Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Rican Reacts. I've always wanted to do kind of like a medium length form type video projects where I just kind of discuss my reactions and initial impressions for new games that come out. So I figured, hey, what better time to do it than start it off where this was always destined to begin for me, and that's with The Witch Queen. Long-awaited expansion for Destiny 2 was finally released on Tuesday, February 22nd. I spent a few hours in it, have had a good time, and just want to kind of just talk a little bit about what I've experienced so far. I want to give you a heads up, there will be some slight spoilers, so if you haven't gotten a chance to play through the campaign yet, I will be very briefly touching on a couple of key moments that come up. And then the video playing in the background, it is just the first campaign mission. If you have Destiny 2, the first campaign mission is free and available to all players, regardless of whether or not you bought the Witch Queen expansion. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. My first run through of the campaign was started on Legendary as a fire team of 3, with each one of us representing a different class of character. Big Sly TV was running a Titan, Carl on duty was running a Warlock, and I was running a Hunter. Started is the operative word there, as in Mission 3, Ghosts. We ran into some difficulty and spent what felt like hours, just hours and hours of running into the wall and not being able to complete it. Bungie had done a fantastic job of ratcheting up the difficulty in the Legendary campaign, and it scaled to the number of members in the fire team. Now, the 3 of us, we would never be confused with any of the PvE gods in the community, but we know enough about the game to understand building to a certain extent and being able to play to our abilities and our strengths. But geez, it was rough. And we all kind of reached a point that we decided to step away from the campaign and do a little bit of the outside activities that came with the Witch Queen. So coming back into it, I jumped in solo Legendary just to kind of see if I can progress any further. And man, it really was a huge difference between Legendary solo and Legendary fire team. It was still a challenge. Now, solo was still a very difficult challenge, but it was one that was much more manageable. I was able to progress past that mission that we got stuck on, and then I actually completed the campaign. The final fight was infuriatingly, yeah, no, that was the right way, infuriatingly hard, as one wrong move led me to dying just repeatedly. Now, one of the more awesome things, though, that did come out of stepping away that I learned is there is a checkpoint system in the campaign. So if you do reach a point where you rally to the banner, you found that checkpoint. I don't know if it's a permanent checkpoint or if it does reset weekly like our raid checkpoints, but it does give a place to stop if you do feel like you need to take a break. Now, massive spoiler warnings here. If you don't want anything spoiled for you from the actual story point of the campaign, check the timestamps below. Spoilers are going to start in 3, 2, 1. As we progress through the story, we're given the gift of deep sight by an unknown entity. Using deep sight, we uncover some details of Savathun's past. We first hear about the Witness, an entity that can use the darkness. We learn that the Witness has the ability to move worlds between different realities. We learn that Savathun actually did die after the events of the exorcism mission, and she was legitimately revived by the Traveler. We learned that it was Savathun that gave us the deep sight and made us bring her these memories. She believes she's acting in the best interest of the Traveler by bringing it to her throne world and away from the Witness. In one of the missions, we actually find the calcified remains of Savathun's worm familiar. Akora manages to restore it, and we see another memory, one that Savathun herself wasn't even aware existed. It shows how the Worms of Fundament lied and manipulated the Hive God of Trickery and set into motion basically everything that's happened in Destiny so far. Using this memory that we were able to get from the Worm Familiar, we attempt to stop Savathun's ritual and try to reason with her, and that sets up the final battle between Savathun and our Guardian. We managed to defeat her, though if you're like me, she probably beats you about 7 times before you finally do take her down. Her ghost does not revive her and actually leaves the area or leaves the vicinity. People are speculating that maybe it was a Traveler that called the ghost back. We're not 100% sure. And then the body, Savathun's body, is taken by Akora's Hidden. And then we get one final cutscene, which officially unveils the character of the Witness to us. He's a pretty interesting looking character. A lot of people have compared him to Megamind. He's got a little bit of like a volcano type thing going on. It's a very offsetting. It's probably the best way to describe it. It's just a weird looking character design. Yeah, just I don't know, unnerving. Unnerving is probably the better word. But it finishes with him speaking directly to the Traveler, and we kind of ended there. A little bit of a cliffhanger. But that's the end of the campaign. At least that was a cutscene in Legendary. I haven't gone back and tried it on regular difficulty. I'm not sure if there's a different cutscene or if that cutscene doesn't exist or not. Now, honestly, as far as my reactions go, campaign, massive hit for me. 10 out of 10, would play again, intend to play again on my other characters. I really enjoyed the challenge that Legendary brought to the table. I love that the missions are selectable and replayable once you do finish completing them. The soundtrack was just some of the best music that I've ever experienced in any video games. And I mean, unpopular opinion here. I'm not one that actively goes out to care about the music. In fact, a lot of times I'll play games muted just so I don't hear the music. But this one was just, it had me gripped right from the word go. It was just a great job by Bungie's sound team to produce that music. And in my opinion, this is without a doubt the greatest addition to Destiny 2, definitely since Forsaken. And again, my opinion, easily the best expansion release, regardless if we're talking D1 or D2. There's just still so much to do. Even after completing the main campaign, there's still so much to do. There's the grind to get resonant weapons that we can extract material from, extract blueprints from, so we can go ahead and start crafting and building our own perfect COD rolls. We have an entire post-campaign quest line with story pertaining to Marisov that unlocks one of the new exotics. There's a presage-like mission to unlock another exotic weapon, a new 6-player activity called the Wellspring with chase weapons, new vendor to grind for additional deep sight power and gear, and that's just within the Witch Queen in and of itself. And that's because along with the Witch Queen, Season 15, Season of the Risen also launched on the 22nd. And with that, that brings its own season pass, its own seasonal activity, and then its own gear that we can chase for. Now, I haven't really had a ton of time to jump into these other extras, basically. I was able to manage to complete the Marisus, that's a lame joke, Marisov quest line, and get the Osteostriga, which, by the way, is a monster of an ad clearing machine. I haven't really touched much of the psyops. I think I ran 3 or 4 of those so far. But yeah, there's still so much stuff to do once you do finish the main campaign. Bungie also just recently announced that March 5th at Reset, the Witch Queen raid called Battle of the Disciple will be released. Contest mode will be on, and power level to enter the raid will be 1350. Now, shameless self-promotion. It's my video, it's my channel. I can do this, y'all. I will be participating in the day 1 race with a few buddies, and you can watch it over at my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Rican Stream. You can see us claim victory as the world's first to fun and world's most recent raid completion. I mean, honestly, all in all, I think Bungie did an amazing job with Witch Queen. It definitely took advantage and benefited from the delay. And I'm just really excited to see what the rest of the season is going to bring, and just to kind of sink my teeth into more Destiny content. In the meantime, sound off in the comments below, letting me know what your favorite part of the expansion has been, or if you haven't played it and or got a chance to get purchase yet, let me know why. Let me know what's holding you back. Let's see if we can maybe turn a guardian out of you. I do appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe like everybody else says. I don't know how to end these things. This is the first one. So, but truly, I do wish that you enjoyed the video, and yeah, let me know what you think. You guys take care now.